You got me. Oh.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. All right, hello again. Last week we looked back at 6 football solutions that we tested over the course of the last month. This time we're going to look at 6 fitness/yoga solutions that we have tested.
Yeah, it should be fun. I mean, I did some yoga, Ben got fitter. Yeah, let's see how we did all this nonsense.
Let's roll. In block number 1, we have 3 solutions, all hardware-based. We were boxing, we were using smart resistance bands, and we were using pods. More in a second.
All right, first up is Straffer. Straffer is a resistance band with a little sensor attached to it, which made it smart. So it came with an app which also prescribed you a bunch of drills and training exercises that you could do, which Ben was up to.
Exactly, and I have to say it's one of my favorite devices. It's really good. No, it works like a charm. You get it out of the bag and it works. What I also enjoyed, I mean, it was accurate, at least I felt so. It gave me an idea of what to do, where I had no clue about, and it also has audio feedback. So while you're using that resistance band, you get your feedback.
Remember to perform a slow and even movement.
That is really powerful. The only question mark, but that's to be seen, is how durable is it? So how long is it gonna last? But I assume it's good German quality. It's a German company, and yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna last.
All right, next up is A-Champs, which is an interactive fitness training device. It basically uses light and those little pods which light up based on how you configure them. And how you configure them is through an app where you can set whatever fitness workout you want to do, and the pods will respond to or connect with the app.
Yeah, and what I liked is that it's applicable for a range of sports. So it's football, it's handball, it's boxing, it's even for cognitive training, and it was a lot of fun. I really like those devices. On the flip side, though, I have to say it's kind of expensive. I think it also is around like $700, 700. Yeah, you probably think twice before buying this, but if you do, it's fun. I liked it.
Cool. And you had, who was this? Your brother-in-law in this video?
It was Aaron. He's not my brother-in-law. At least I'm not aware of that. But yeah, shout out to Aaron from Lead Sports. Jabby. One of our favorite ones. Yep. It is a friendly boxing game that blurs the line between gaming.
I'm not so sure about the friendly, but okay.
Gaming and real-life sports. Walk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so it was basically like the punching device that you hold, and it springs out and when you engage with somebody else, and there is an app which actually records the points. So every time it hits somebody or touches somebody, it records points. So based on the impact and the force that it comes with, it gives you feedback. So yeah, the first thing that I hated about this device was that Ben beat me, but that was all right. No, but apart from that, I have very little negative feedback. Like, the app was so much fun. The graphics, the UI, the music, it actually felt like you were like in a Mortal Kombat game, which was like super, super good.
One thing on that, by the way, we messed it up a little bit because in our video we said that the function to record yourself is not there yet. Yeah. And they let us know that we just had to press a button, which we didn't, so sorry about that. Yeah,
but I mean, so again, really, really functionality rich. The only negative I will say, and maybe that's what just us, but like the device itself, so it doesn't feel super like strong. I mean, they have to make it light because it has to move and that. So yeah, we did end up with a couple of cuts on my hand at least. Ben was going a bit, getting aggressive. I don't know what I'd been doing in the previous few days. So maybe that's the only one that on the safety side, maybe on something, but I think it's super minor. Amount of fun that you have with that device, it far outweighs any negatives.
Something for something, right? Mm-hmm. So block number 2 is about an optical solution. It's just one, so I'm going to jump right into it. It's called FitCam. We met them like a couple of years ago in Paris at an event, so that's how we stumbled upon them. Also really interesting app, and this time you only need your phone, and it gives you again a bunch of exercises, fitness exercises, a plan tailored to actually what you need, what your concerns are, what your probably pains are. So all you need is your phone, and it tracks what you're doing. What is really nice is that it's accurate. I really felt that's accurate. You have a blur function, so if you don't want to have that video of yourself in the app, that's also interesting. And of course, it gives you audio feedback as well. So, for example, if you do squats, it counts. If you do something wrong, it corrects your posture. And after you're done exercising, you get some feedback. So you see your body and where you can improve. So some advice for the next time. So I find it really interesting. On the flip side, you have to pay for it besides a few free functions that they throw in. So you're gonna have to go for a subscription. But other than that, I think it's really good.
I mean, nothing from my side except some of the worst squats you've ever seen in your life. I'm sure you got a lot of feedback on that. Like the knees were all over the place, but yeah, it looked like a fun video.
Working all the time, don't have time for exercise.
All right, last is block 3, where I was testing 2 yoga solutions. One is skill yoga, which is meant as yoga for athletes. It's a video-based solution. And the second was Yoga Notch, which is a sensor-based yoga trainer.
First one is skill yoga, based right here in Berlin. Shout out to Timko and the team. It is video tutorials for yoga, and it's a bit more intense than the standard yoga, even though they have beginner courses as well, because they position themselves as yoga for athletes. So you doing a specific sport might want to turn to skill yoga to make sure that you're even more fit, even more flexible, and that you're getting even better in the sports that you like to do. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they help you improve your agility, your mobility, all those things. So as Ben said, it's yoga for athletes, which I loved, by the way. I mean, skill yoga has also been something that I actually started using. I think that's probably the best endorsement I can give the company. After using it for the video, I actually went and bought the app, or paid for the app. What I loved about it is that it's so clean, very simple. The look and feel of it, the video tutorials that you're following are really well designed and planned. They have little features that give you notifications and reminders of how to do classes. They also gather a lot of feedback from you. So really nice little subtle stuff. I think what they can do better is probably build on these features. They're talking about introducing a more interactive layer where they record you and stuff, but that'll come with time. For now, it's a really strong app.
All right, the last one is Yoga Notch, a team based out of Hungary and the US. It is a physical device that you attach to your body with the goal to track your yoga workouts. How did it go?
Yeah, I mean, super useful for yoga beginners such as myself. I mean, I'm super new to the form. Yeah, so it's these little straps that you attach on your chest, on your hips, and on your thighs. And you'll perform the yoga tutorial, or the exercise that you're doing, the routine, through the app. So as you're following the app and performing the exercises, it gives you feedback. So your downward dog, for example, you need to lift your hips or stretch out into your crow, or different things like that. I found that super useful, especially for a beginner who's practicing alone, especially during these times in COVID and that, when you don't have a trainer to work with, it gives you feedback on your form. Super useful. Number one. Number two, the setup was, again, really clean, really like that. The only thing I would say for them is probably, I mean, their library of content. There is a decent amount right now, but I think they can definitely improve that or make it bigger, but that'll happen over time, naturally, I think.
He was raving about it and he was sad that he couldn't take it to India.
Yeah, I really was. It was the perfect place to take it as well. Damn.
Yeah, these were the 6 fitness devices that we tested. I think a really high degree of maturity already. I think you can use them just out of the box.
Yeah, some really good ones. I do have to add one more shout out to Active Giving, which was another application that I tested while I was in India, actually. A pretty simple platform. It just connects to whatever activity that you've done. You have to manually input that. They also have a connection with Strava, so it can come in automatically. But the main thing is that every activity that you do, they are connected to some NGOs, some different conservation initiatives. So you can either, I think they're connected to the WWF, to some reforestation exercises, to some support the farmers exercises. So really good social causes that you can support through your activity. Every time you do something, they make a donation. How they do that is through their corporate partners and connections with that. So basically really simple, but every physical activity that you do ends up doing social good, which I thought was a great idea.
Good stuff, absolutely.
Yeah.
Coming back to the overall market, I mean, tons of fitness solutions out there, a lot of money spent in that sector. So for me, it's not a surprise that the solutions are actually good and working.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think, as you said, they were ready for market. Like a lot of them were like already you can pick up. Not the most, like, I mean, some were pretty well priced as well. Not super expensive for you to do at home by yourself. Yeah, really interesting time to be in this space, I think. For me, the yoga ones are the highlight. I really enjoyed it. I mean, yoga is super new to me. So Yoga Notch and Skill Yoga, I thought they were really good. I've already subscribed to Skill Yoga. Yeah. And probably Yoga Notch, if you're willing to send me one, I'll happily use that as well.
We're not allowed to keep the stuff for testing. Yeah, but I was planning to get a Straffer band, waiting for the next version, and then I'll immediately get it.
Even Jabai, we spoke about it. We would love to have played around with that as well. So all good solutions, clearly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, that's another video done. Like, share, subscribe. Otherwise, we see you next week.